welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm your host, Michael.
And I am your co-host, Rebecca.
And I'm your AV guy, Mikey.
And I think we're going to dive into this one here.
We are. We're going to go into the deep blue sea.
Yep. So now we're still on our mythical kick, right?
We are, yes.
So we started with the origin of humans, right?
Yep.
And then we went, where do we go next, Mikey? Bigfoot and giants, right?
Yep. Then we went into the dragons.
Yep. So we've covered dragons on our show.
We have.
We had a special guest with Liz from Ouch, Was That a Ghost? For our ghost episode. And then we followed up with aliens, right?
Yep.
That is the order we went in, yep.
All right. So we kind of tied it. Have we tied everything together?
I don't think so, not yet.
So in the world that we live in, is Bigfoot and our next guest, does Bigfoot know ghosts?
I don't know.
Good question.
Or is he an alien?
Oh, he could be an alien.
What if Bigfoot, that's why we didn't find him, he is an alien.
Oh, big hairy alien.
Yeah,
That's
we didn't
kinda
even
cool.
we didn't even cover that in our show.
Oh my God.
Right?
No, we didn't.
So now we're gonna go a little deeper into the unknown, right?
All right, we're going to go deep.
What? We're gonna go deep?
We're going to go deep
How deep?
into the blue.
Into the blue?
Yep.
All right. I think we're going to be looking for a certain mythical creature in the water.
We are. We're going to look for some mermaids.
Now, sirens and mermaids, are they the same?
I don't know. I think some people think that they are, some people don't. I don't know, really.
They're both fish people, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That could be.
Aren't sirens like the one that like lure people into their...
Yeah, they're like the evil mermaids, I think, is what... I think that's where they go, right?
I think so, yeah.
Evil mermaids?
Evil mermaids. Okay.
Okay.
So we got good mermaids and evil mermaids.
I guess.
Okay.
Some that are helpful, some that aren't, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's start off with where we always start off with when we're doing these movies.
Movies. So, of course, everybody knows of The Little Mermaid by Disney.
Yeah, Little Mermaid.
There's also been, it was a movie called Splash.
That's my favorite.
With Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah.
Yep.
That came back out in 1984.
That was 84?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Daryl Hannah in that movie.
Yeah. I was 3 years old. When did you watch it?
You were 3 years old?
Yeah.
I was a little older.
Okay.
Well, what's our age difference? Do you even know?
I don't remember right now.
You don't remember?
No.
Wow.
I think at least 6 years, right?
I think we're like 6 years apart. So
Okay.
how old would that make me?
9.
About 9.
Okay.
That's about right.
All right. And then, of course, everybody remembers in 1990, Mermaids came out. And that was the one with Cher.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I completely almost forgot about that one. So,
Yeah. And I mean, there's been numerous movies out since then, with their own little take on mermaids. So.
And the new one, the Teenage Kraken.
Oh, yeah.
I liked that movie. That was a good movie.
The cartoon, yeah. I liked it. It was pretty good.
I thought it was cute. Definitely.
Isn't there another, I don't know if it's a mermaid where the guy, it's like, I thought Disney had another mermaid, kind of like the Merman. Didn't he?
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, there's another one where they were like, there was another one that Disney, I thought, had Luca. Luca's a movie I'm thinking about.
Oh, okay.
That was a kid that, he was a merman.
Merman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of mermaid movies.
There's actually quite a ton of them. So,
And
I mean, you have your Barbie ones, your...
Oh, I didn't even think of the Barbie. Yeah.
your horror movies. You have all kinds of mermaid movies out there.
Yeah, is it like Siren or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get a census on the top here.
Okay.
Mermaids, believer or not, Rebecca?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So no, I don't know. I don't think so, Mikey.
I feel part of me feels like they do exist.
Mikey's a believer, and I'm a believable skeptic. So I think we're covering all ranges here.
Well, Netflix has that show called Mer People. So, I mean, who knows? I guess they could be real.
So what is the show?
I guess it's like people dress up as mermaids and it's almost like a dating show or something like that. It's just, strange.
Wait. So they dress up as mermaids on a dating show?
I guess, yeah.
Do the guys dress up too?
I
or
guess
just
so.
The girls?
They both do.
Wow.
So, yeah.
How desperate to find love do you have to be to go on a mermaid dating show?
Yeah, that's pretty strange. So, who knows in this crazy world?
Do you think to yourself, hey, I'm batshit crazy, and I like to dress up as a mermaid. Maybe I can find other people that have the same batshit crazy idea that I have.
Yeah.
And maybe we could find love.
Maybe.
How did they pitch that to the directors?
I have no idea.
Some director in his office is, did he go, oh, that's fantastic, that's great? No. That's a horrible idea.
Yeah. So
get these people therapy.
Yeah, they need therapy for sure.
Well, the good news, you save on couples therapy then too, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're both batshit crazy, so we're going to get a 2-for-1 because you're dating.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
We have a fascination with mermaids.
Yes, we do.
So mermaids go back a long way.
They do. I think one of the earliest mermaid legends was in around 1000 BC in Syria.
1000 BC.
Yes.
So let you know we're in AC, right?
We are, yes.
So BC is before Christ, AC is after Christ.
Right.
So that means that clock went from 1000 BC down to 0 and then restarted to go into... Just so everybody's on the time scale here.
Oh, okay.
That means mermaids existed before Christ.
That would be true, yeah. Who knows?
Do you understand that, Mikey?
Yeah.
Mermaids predate Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I mean, they are mentioned in the Bible, aren't they, too?
They are. Yes,
so,
they are meant in Ezekiel. They're mentioned in the Bible.
Okay.
Okay. I want to say even Christopher Columbus said he saw mermaids.
Yeah. They say that was near the Dominican Republic where he saw one. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or was he just horny?
Who knows?
When you're out to sea for a long time and you're looking for anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, the right tuna might catch your eye. Hey,
baby.
I don't know.
How you doing?
Now, you also got to understand that there's a little bit of delusional that happens there, too.
I would think so, yeah.
Well, when you have, like, rye and stuff on boats and it gets a little wet, bacteria takes hold.
Oh, okay.
And some of those can turn into, like, a psychedelic drug.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's how they explain a lot of mass hysteria back in the day, is if they had their food shelter, and if it got contaminated with some rye grew, some kind of psychedelic thing on it, they've proved it. They've actually proved that it exists, and they probably all got high. So, I mean, can you imagine on a
Okay.
can you imagine being on a boat?
No.
You're eating this stuff that's you don't know that's contaminated, and then where are you going to go? You're not going to go anywhere, right?
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
And I mean, shrooms are some shit. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I've heard stories of people being on shrooms. Oh man, and peyote. Oh my goodness. There's those vision walks are pretty crazy. So
They sound pretty crazy from what I've heard too. Yeah.
now there's a possibility some sailor had a little too much of that bad rye, looking over and saw some dolphin swim beside, and all of a sudden started dreaming it was a girl because he's been away from home for so long.
I mean, I guess it's a possibility. Yeah. I mean, I guess your mind can always play tricks on you no matter where you're at. So
Right.
that would make sense.
Yeah, so I mean,
Okay.
I could explain some of it away.
Okay.
I really can. Now, if mermaids exist, and that's a big if,
Okay.
what do you think they would look like? Do you think that they look like what the Little Mermaid portrays?
I guess I would hope so, but I really don't know. Like,
Okay. Mikey, you're a believer. What do you think a mermaid looks like?
I'm not entirely.
long, pretty blonde hair, brown hair, red hair. What do you think?
I almost feel like they would be.
Would they have hair?
I feel like they would have hair, but I feel like instead of like half fishtail, I feel like they would be like all like scaly and stuff with like legs and arms.
Well, legs and arms will be okay in the water, but legs are not really conducive to an aquatic animal.
Okay.
So it'd be more like a fin.
Maybe like a fin tail, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I would have to say it has to, for me, it has to be like a tail. It won't have legs.
Yeah. No
Because
legs.
you look at dolphins, sharks, every aquatic has the one in the back. So it's always coming together.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it has to have that.
Okay.
I think it may have some humanoid features, but I don't think they look like us.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I don't think like our skin. I don't think our skin is going to be what they look like.
Right.
Now,
Yeah. I don't think they would be that similar to us. So.
I don't think, yeah, because our skin starts to wrinkle when we go back in the water, and
Right.
when you spend too much time, it kind of does that. But I'm going to gather it's going to be almost like either, I don't know if it would be like all scales, or I don't know. What about like octopus seems to have kind of a weird, different kind of skin.
Yeah, they do.
What if her skin was more like that of an octopus kind of coloring to it?
That's a very good possibility too.
And if you add that into it, where they're more like an octopus fish kind of deal, or like a cross, then that would explain a lot of the camouflaging as well.
Yeah.
And then
Okay. I can buy that.
I don't think they have hair.
Yeah. And
I don't think hair would be a thing, only because nothing else really in the water has hair like that. Now, if you want to give it hair, you almost have to go similar to like either octopus tentacles for hair, or maybe long like a jellyfish, how they have their
oh
their
yeah.
tentacles down.
Okay.
I think it'd almost have to be something a little bit like that, but I don't think that's conducive for a mermaid. So I don't think it's going to have hair. I think it's going to have like kind of a rigid, kind of like almost like a rigid head.
That would make sense. Yeah. I mean,
I think if you could get that going, I think with the tail and being able to move like that, dolphins can move pretty quick.
yeah, they can.
And then can you imagine being able to have like maybe arms, and their arms may not be like fingers like us, they might be webbed, which would make more sense. Can you imagine how agile that would be to put out your hand to stop? You could turn on a dime. You could move around pretty quick with a couple arms.
Yeah, you could. Huh. Okay.
So,
Well, this was an interesting conversation.
yeah. So, do they now? We've only explored 5% of the ocean.
Okay.
That's about what we're at, Mikey.
Okay.
5%. So now we know that we dive, and even on a clear day diving, it's hard to see underwater. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember being out diving, and something was maybe 50, 75 feet away from me. Mm-hmm. And if it moves pretty quick out of your sight, or just kind of on the back end of your sight, your peripheral vision, you don't know what it is. You just see something there. Mine happened to be a seal.
Oh, okay.
And it was just messing around. But
they're so cute.
they scared the crap out of you when they,
Yeah.
they're quick.
Yeah. They are.
And at first, I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So when you first see something out there, the first thing you think is shark. That shark's going to kill me, because that's the predator out there.
Yeah.
I didn't. My first thought wasn't seal, mermaid, narwhal, any of that. I saw that. I'm like, was that a shark? That's the scariest thing that's what I'm scared of.
So how did you notice it was a seal?
I didn't until it came right at me. Came about 3 or 4 inches right off of my face mask and goes, "Orf," like a seal does, and blew bubbles in my face. And then, yeah, it scared the crap out of me.
They go rough underwater. Or how do they do that?
Orf!
Underwater?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He blew bubbles right in my face. I'm like, I guess he was mimicking me, because as you're breathing underwater and you're scuba diving, when you breathe out, the bubbles go up.
Oh, okay.
So I think he was kind of trying to mock me while scaring the crap out of me at the same time. So I've been in clear water.
Okay.
And there's been some very clear water that you could see quite a bit of ways.
Yeah.
Not normally.
Okay.
You get some nice crystalline areas that are really nice crystal water. Beautiful. But most of the ocean is going to be dark and hard to see.
Yeah. And cold.
Yep.
I remember like when we went to Oregon and Washington, it's always cold. I'm like, What the heck?
Which would tell me that a mermaid would have to be the same type of, maybe even the same type of skin as a dolphin.
Oh yeah.
They would have to be that same type of,
or a whale.
Or a whale, yeah. So that could be the case of their skin.
Okay.
They may have some humanoid features, but that's as far as I'm going to give them. I mean, you could look at it and go, well, yeah, that looks like what I believe an underwater human would look like.
Okay.
If a fish evolved into a human that didn't take on land and stayed in the water, that's a possibility. Because that's what they're saying is all life came from water, right?
Yeah.
As humans, we got out of the water and evolved.
Okay.
That's the evolutional scale of what happened. So how do we know we didn't have a distant cousin that says, we're going to stay in the pool. We're not getting out.
There could be, yeah. Distant cousin.
A distant cousin. Well, that's what, I mean, evolution, that would be kind of what it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So now there are tribes that we've run into here that we call them the lost tribes.
Okay.
So apparently these guys were just walking through the jungle and stumbled across a civilization that are a group of people that have been there for a while. We didn't even know they existed.
Oh, okay.
So now we have a lot of we got a lot of technology here that, now we can fly over land. We can do like infrared, and we could get all kinds of stuff up here.
Right.
And then we have cameras for it, but I mean, going in the water is a whole nother ballgame. It's really hard to get pictures and things, clear pictures underwater.
I would think so, yeah. It's definitely a different atmosphere down there. Or I guess not an atmosphere.
No,
but
it is. It has atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
It is a different atmosphere
Yeah.
there, which means that if, like a blue whale, I want to say a blue whale can like dive really, really
Right.
low.
Yeah, I think they can too.
And so can a couple other creatures. Now, we've just recently started getting into some of there's a point where you go underwater where daylight is no longer a thing. It's all
Oh.
dark.
Yeah, that's scary.
So now we found like different fish down there that use like light to allure other fish to come up to them,
Okay.
and then they eat them. So it's a dog eat dog world down there.
A fishy eat fish world.
Yep. So it's kind of crazy world down there.
Okay.
So I mean, a mermaid isn't going to be like I think they may have a couple of our appearances, but in order to sustain underwater, they're fat. It's going to have a completely different, internal organs in them.
Yeah.
That's going to be, has to be.
That would make sense, yeah. Yeah, because you never know. I mean, the movies portray him one way, but yeah, it's never, I don't think it's really ever the same way in the movies, of course.
No. Well, yeah, it's movies are movies. So
Yeah.
unless I found one and they're hiding a secret there. So with mermaids, I would say it's quite possible that there's a whole underwater world that we don't even know about.
There could be, yeah.
Now
I think so too.
they very well could have like some type of. We know dolphins communicate underwater.
Yeah.
Whales have a song. They can talk. So we know that underwater languages happen.
Yeah.
In fact, dolphins are so smart that a trainer went to a couple dolphins and say, "Okay, show us a trick you haven't done." The one dolphin went over, talked to the other ones for a while, and then they did a whole trick that they didn't anticipate.
Oh, okay.
Dolphins are crazy smart.
Yeah, I've always heard that about them. Yeah.
Now, an octopus is crazy smart too.
Okay.
So if you're sitting here saying intelligence can't be underwater, that's not true, because we can prove it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, there's a lot of land underwater that we don't know if there's like a cave system there.
Yeah.
Like eels, you could get an eel into a cave and you have no clue how far it goes back. They may have a smaller opening and then it gets bigger on the inside from there, which is going to be underwater caverns.
Yeah. I'm sure they've got to exist down there. Yeah.
They do. They have proof that
they-
underwater caverns exist.
Yeah. Okay.
They do exist. So now, is a mermaid living in them? That's the question.
Could be.
And then at what level is a mermaid going to be living most of their life? Because I'm going to gather they're not going to be like a mammal that we know of, like a whale or a dolphin.
Okay.
They're not going to be like that.
Right.
That means they have to surface to get air.
Okay.
I don't believe they need a surface to get air. So I'm going to say if they have a mouth, which they might need to do to eat if they're kind of a omnivore,
Okay.
they could eat that way.
They could. Yeah.
But I don't think that they're going to have like a nose like we have.
Yeah.
They're going to have like gills probably where their ears should be. That's kind of where most gills are.
Okay. Yeah.
So they can breathe that way. I think there's going to be. I think people would be disappointed if they like really if mermaids really did exist, and we actually saw one. They're like, this isn't like Ariel at all.
Or Daryl Hannah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the sexy
Yeah.
mermaid wearing seashells.
Probably not.
I hate to tell you that's probably not a real mermaid.
Nope.
So there's a lot of stuff underwater that we don't know.
There's a whole, I hate to say it, but there's probably a whole world under there that we don't know about.
Yeah, and it'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So now I don't think they're playing instruments in, underwater like some movies have portrayed.
Right.
Some they're not. They may have a government system down there though.
They might. Yeah.
You never know.
Never know.
Orcas have been very, very smart with, I guess a boat ran over an orca, kind of cut her up pretty bad and kind of pissed off the orca community.
Aren't they called pods?
Yeah, the orca
Okay.
pods.
Yeah.
They've been talking to other orcas. You laugh but they are.
Okay.
And they're trying to sink ships now.
Oh.
So, like, if you have a small boat, they're going to try and capsize you.
Well, yeah.
So,
We take that, mister.
oh yeah, they're kind of smart.
Yeah, they are really smart. So, there's this whole world that we just, have no really idea about. So I think it'd be pretty interesting to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think every once in a while a mermaid might get curious about us,
Yeah.
but even at that, the Earth is 70% water.
Right.
You're saying that intelligent life like humans exist on 30% when 70% is water?
And that's a big difference. Yeah.
I just, it's not going to be like the movies. It's not going to be like,
All
where,
pretty and fancy.
yeah. And now, so the other question is, okay, if they exist, why have they not been captured?
Maybe because they dive too deep and we just can't get deep enough to catch them.
Well, that's true. So
That's a very good point. So.
if they're intelligent and they get away, we could get a whale because they're bigger.
Right.
Something that may be more agile may not be able to go through there. So now, but here's an interesting story.
Okay.
In 1829, a fisherman in Scotland claimed to have caught a mermaid in his net.
Okay.
Okay. So a fisherman in Scotland named Peter O'Reilly claimed to have caught a mermaid in his net. When he brought it to the shore, the crowd gathered to see the creature. The mermaid had the body of a fish with a woman's head and long hair. Now that could be seaweed, who knows? It's
Yeah.
the fisherman let the mermaid go and she disappeared back into the sea.
Okay.
Then there's stories here where another he took it to the local inn where it died. A few hours later, the innkeeper preserved the body in a barrel of alcohol. When people came miles around to see it, they believed that it was real. Now, that was 1829.
Wow. That would kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are stories back in the day of like mermaids being caught by fishermen.
Yeah.
So now here's the thing. If it did have some very feminine features to it, and if you felt sorry for it, you let it go.
Right. Which is normal. So.
Yeah, I guess it puts yourself in that situation. If a mermaid came out and you found a mermaid, do you kill the creature, bring it out, kill it, and then show evidence, or are you going to save that mermaid's life?
I'd probably save the mermaid's life.
Agreed.
So there's a good reason why.
Well, now we all have cell phones, so we could just, take like pictures and then release it.
Again, people ruin it.
Yeah.
We discussed that with Liz. We could discuss it with everybody under the sun. People want to fake shit.
Exactly.
So we don't know 100% if it's true or not. We can't know it's 100% true or not. CGI exists.
That's true, yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, having I'm going to put a mermaid about the size of a dolphin or a manatee. Manatees, that's what they're saying is, a lot of these people saw manatees for the first time and called those mermaids.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'd be hard up to think one of those is a
I
beautiful
know.
woman. Holy cow.
I could see maybe mistaking a dolphin for one, but not a manatee. Like, that's...
No, it's a manatee. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's the story.
Okay.
But, I mean, still.
All right.
When you're out to sea that long, I mean...
Go a little crazy, I guess.
Yeah. A little of that rye that's gone bad. You're like, oh, look at her. 2 a.m. You're taking a manatee home. Next morning you're waking up going, it's Coyote Ugly.
That is true, yeah. That would be pretty funny.
Hey, but, oh, what the hell are you? Be hilarious.
That would be funny. Oh my
you
gosh.
Go to bed and you think you have an aerial and you wake up to a
manatee.
A manatee, yeah. I was gonna say, who's the guy that does the diabetes commercial? He has that Mustang or that mustache.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can picture him, the walrus guy looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine waking up next to that? Oh my God. No offense. I mean, I'm sure his wife likes it. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Who
Not
knows?
my cup of tea, sorry. Mikey, you're having fun over there yet?
Oh,
No.
Lord.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of caverns under there. I think there's a lot of spots in the ocean that they could hide.
Yeah.
I would think that even if they're in an area that, humans aren't in very, very much, the minute a port or they see human activity go up, they're going to take off.
Yeah, I would think that they would be, smart enough to steer away from that.
Right.
So, yeah.
But it happens here. I mean, wild animals, look at California, bears and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't see bears downtown cities, right?
Right.
Well, no. When the human population moves up, the wildlife moves on, right?
Yeah.
What?
I could just imagine a bear in downtown Los Angeles.
Well, there was a bear that went. A bear went into the into like one of the major buildings that they had.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, a bear went into like City Hall.
Oh, okay.
There's a big meme on it too. So it was like they're like,
Well, that wasn't like downtown LA though, right? It was like kind of out more in the woods.
No. It was like major city. A bear walked into. I don't know how the bear got there, but the bear walked into City Hall. And they're like, everybody's like, I can't believe a bear's in there. And like one guy who had the smart ass comment of, don't put his picture on your flag if you don't want him to attend a meeting. Like, touche, you got him there.
Right? Oh
You kind of put a bear on your flag, you expect him to show up at a meeting every once in a
Yeah.
while.
That's true.
Hey,
Okay,
boo-boo, I need a permit for these baskets. So, I don't know. I mean, mermaids could exist.
They could, yeah.
Now, let's tie everything together.
Okay.
We know that there is a moon around Jupiter.
Okay.
You find the moon around Jupiter funny?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. And this is a ice moon. It's
Okay.
covered in ice, but they believe there's liquid water underneath.
Like inside of it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a hard shell with a liquid center.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
So we believe this is true.
Okay.
So you can't live on the surface there. You have to live underwater.
Okay.
Mermaids.
Mermaids.
Maybe mermaids are aliens.
They could be.
Maybe mermaids drove their fishbowl here. It has to be a fishbowl. It has to be full of water, right? And like, this is the same water. And they come here, and now they've colonized our waters here.
Oh, okay.
And there's a secret invasion coming from the water.
Okay, then.
They're also behind global warming. They are. Mermaids are behind global warming.
How?
Well, see, if they keep melting the ice caps, then the sea levels will rise. More water for them.
That's smart.
Yep. See, I told you, mermaids are
Okay.
smart. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill the human population off, and the human population doesn't even know they exist. How about that? How dirty is that?
Okay, then.
It could be. It could happen.
It could happen, I guess. Yeah.
And someone's reporting back to the moon on Mars, or the moon on Jupiter. They're like, okay, we need a couple more mermaids coming in.
So how do they tie in with Bigfoot?
Well, they have to have an informant.
Okay.
Bigfoot may be an informant.
Oh, okay.
He might be from another moon or another. Maybe if Bigfoot's an alien, maybe he's kind of helping them along.
Okay.
And they have like this informant thing going on.
Wow.
Some serious Men in Black shit, right? I'm dropping on you
It
here.
is. It's some serious stuff.
You can't say it's serious stuff and laugh about it, though.
I don't know how to dignify this with a response.
If there's a water planet, there has to be water population.
Yeah.
Are you saying that they can't travel through space because they're a water? Listen, there's no air or oxygen in space, yet we have to fill a spaceship full of oxygen to travel to the moon and stuff, right?
Right.
When I go get fish at the pet store, they give me this little baggie with water. And I transport that. That's a transport to that fish. That's a spaceship.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Tell me it's that different. I mean, that fish is stupid. It doesn't know, right? All of a sudden, he was in one world, and now he's transported to another world. I think I lost Rebecca on this one. So they have this like little space baggie that they travel in, that they fill up with their water. All their instruments have to be waterproof, right? I don't want to get electrocuted when they push the go button. They might have gotten here and said, "Hey, how do we get around?" And some dragon walked up and said, "Well, you push this button." So the mermaids were like, "So, how does this work?" And the dragon's like, "Yeah, you just get buttons. Buttons are the way to go. You can turn things on and off with them." And yeah. So they have like this little baggie of a spaceship full of water that they travel around in.
Okay.
I
If you say so, yes. Okay.
That's how we're going to do it. We have to have a little bubble around us so we can go there, right?
I guess, yeah.
You just think it's funny because you're like water.
Oh my God.
You agreed to do this show.
I know.
So, I don't know. It could happen. Maybe, you know what? Maybe mermaids, discovered travel before we did. So we're like, look at that shooting star. No, that's them shooting a rocket from the water.
Okay.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Hydrogen power. They just shoot off and go from there. Maybe they've colonized that moon over there. They're like, these stupid humans, are they ever going to get to Mars? Look how far we came. We came all the way to this ice planet.
I guess it's always a possibility.
Do you not believe the mermaids?
I think you took it maybe a little too far with that one, but that's okay.
I don't know. Is that far? I mean, I don't know.
That's a little off, yeah, but that's okay.
They have a couple smart dolphins that are like tracking us, and like, if we go over there, we'll work with their navy and we'll figure out what their secrets are.
Okay.
Because the dolphins work with the navy.
They do?
Yeah, they have
They have a contract with each other?
Yeah, they have a contract.
Okay.
You didn't know that the navy works with dolphins for like harnesses and things like that?
No.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole dolphin experiment plan that the Navy does. You didn't know that?
No.
That's no bullshit.
Okay.
They trained them how to look for mines.
They did?
Yeah. Yeah, they could train dolphins how to look for mines. So when they're going through, they could report back that there's mines and stuff. They actually taught them how to go down there and move the mines.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. It's actually kind of crazy. The same way they train dogs for, bomb sniffing dogs or drug sniffing dogs. They've trained dolphins to do the same. I mean,
that would be kind of interesting to see.
look at SeaWorld and look how they train
Yeah.
all kinds of animals, right?
Right.
So why couldn't you train to do that? I mean,
I guess so, yeah.
be nice to have, right?
It would be kind of nice to have, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, the training does exist. So if we're training dolphins, guess who else could be training dolphins?
Who?
Mermaids.
Okay. Yeah.
That's their, like, we have horses that move us around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when they're like moving, they have like a couple dolphins and they're like, yeah, yeah. And they like these dolphins.
Okay.
I only know the horse, yeah, yeah. I don't know what the mermaids use. Squirtle. I don't know. What? What would be what would a mermaid use to, like, say giddy up to dolphins?
Probably some dolphin call or echolocation. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Squirtle. Yes.
Squirtle.
I don't know. I'm not a mermaid or a merman. I will tell you that society, the men are in charge.
Okay.
You don't hear about mermen being found.
Yeah.
It's all these curious underwater bitches that want to go out and get caught. That's what's, it's always the women. The women are the problem there. Ariel was a handful, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Oh.
She was rebellious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Teenage Kraken.
Okay.
Even the Kraken in that one was rebellious, wasn't she?
She was.
I'm not going to listen to my mom. I'm going to go see Grandma.
Yeah.
It's always the women.
It's always the women.
It's the girls.
Yeah.
And you get them in line down there. I'm kidding, guys. It's just a joke.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Alrighty then.
Even Marvel had merfolk.
They did? Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
a whole underwater city there, right?
Yeah.
They have little glowfish that swim around that, help light up their town.
Yeah.
So, luminous fish and shrimp and things like that. They just like have all those up there.
Yep.
And then what else would they have?
I don't quite remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Like you were down there and you saw?
Well, no, I mean, I'm confused now. I thought you were talking about like.
What do you
a
think
show.
they could see like we see?
I don't. They might be able to.
They probably have fish eyes.
Yeah.
I'm going to gather if they're that low or they're hidden like that, I bet you that they might not even have eyeballs. Or maybe they could see, but, they're, like cats could see in the dark really well. Low
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to gather they're going to have some kind of really low light vision, which is probably why they don't come up very often.
That would make sense. Okay. Yeah.
So you're on board with mermaids just as long as they're not flying around in fishbowl
Or spaceships. Yeah.
Okay. So
Wow.
it'd be kind of cool to see. I'm like,
I guess it would. Yeah.
why not? I don't know what you're laughing about. It's not
I
that.
don't know.
I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
You're no fun.
You crack me up.
Mikey, what do you think?
I don't know anymore.
So mermaids still good for you, just not as long as they're coming from the moon and of Jupiter?
Yeah, that's the only real thing for me.
I don't know. I think you're cutting yourself short. I think alien mermaids are the way to go.
Alrighty.
They brought their pet octopus, and that got out of hand.
Yeah. Okay.
They got all over the place. And now look at them. Now they just torment us. More informants.
There you go. More
All right.
informants.
I don't know. Until someone shows me a real mermaid, like a real mermaid, not like CGI crap or,
Yeah.
Now, here's the other question. Can you eat a mermaid? It's a fish, right? But if it looks a little too human-ish, do you not eat it? Could you? I mean,
If it looked half human, no, I couldn't do it.
no.
Oh.
But it doesn't have any of our organs in it, and it's fish.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't knock it until I tried it.
Mikey's in. Mikey's gonna eat a mermaid.
All right. Have at it, Mikey.
This does taste like chicken of the sea. Who knows? Is that cannibalism?
Probably.
Well, they're not us, so it's not like they're eating another person. They're eating a fish that looks like us.
Okay.
I mean, you like seafood, right?
Yeah, but not like half human seafood.
It's not human, though. It's a fish.
Okay.
You keep saying a mermaid is not a human.
It's not even half human.
Right.
Okay, but I mean,
may
looks
have some
It may
hu-
look half human.
It may have
couldn't
some
do that.
human features.
No, that would be too weird.
Not even like what if they just like got the tail and say, well, this is like the rear end of a mermaid, and you didn't know. What if it was really good?
What if
I
they could
don't know.
regrow their tails? And like you just have like infinite like mermaid tails.
I think we would have exploited that by now.
Yeah.
We would have found that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mikey's after a mermaid tail now. Holy crap. Mikey,
Yeah.
shame on you. All right. I think we've digressed on this. I think we really went down the bad rabbit hole on this one.
If we did, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So mermaids, yes, no? I don't know.
I don't know.
Mikey?
Yes, as long as they're not coming from no space moon.
I just think there's more down there than we even know what's down there. So it's entirely possible when you have a planet that's 30% land, 70% water, and we can't get that low. I'm like, even to go where the Titanic is, you have to like go down in this like air pressured ship if you have a window, did you see how big the window was on that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even worth it.
Right.
You go down there to look at it through a camera, basically, and a
Yeah.
monitor. So we don't have even the technology to get down there.
That's true.
So I don't know. I'm going to say I need to see me a damn mermaid.
Me too.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we'll end the show kind of on a weird note then. So
Alrighty then.
keep in mind, you can always subscribe, like us, do all the fun stuff on Facebook to find us.
Okay.
We're at Just Us Thinking, no G.
No G.
We're also on Instagram, and we're on X, so formerly known as Twitter.
Yep.
So,
And you can also listen to us on iHeart, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, the new YouTube Music, Deezer, and Samsung.
as well as just about every other player out there.
Yeah.
You could also listen and watch some of our videos on YouTube. We're also on Rumble. You can watch our videos there as well. And we always are posting on TikTok as well. So,
Yep. So any major podcasts, social media, we're on it.
yep, look us up. Just Us Thinking. We look forward to hearing from you guys.
All right. Bye, everybody.